export, you have to give you the license because all the regime. So this is something that will be done completely from the Narcotics Control Commission, that's Ministry of Interior. But definitely, we are in a collaboration. We are working together as a team. If there are issues about ports, I will have to reach out to Ministry of Finance because customs are there. If it has to do with shipment, I have to talk to Minister for Transport. If it has to do with some bilaterals, we have to talk to Foreign Minister. So it's a whole government thing, except that we'll be spearheading. But definitely when there are issues with anything, we'll have to look at the relevant agency and talk to them. Secondly, the lady was asking about whether government is going to provide buyers. In fact, I didn't see it in the presentation. We won't give you the license if you don't show us who you are going to sell it to. You need to have off-taker. There should be somebody to off-take before we allow you to cultivate. So it's not something that I would be focusing on only cultivation and not be thinking about who is going to buy it. We want you to show us the full chain. I want to cultivate, but Madam Shamima is my buyer, and she's going to lift this. All that has to be in place before you be allowed to cultivate. So we are not going to allow this open cultivation. Even where we are going to get the cooperatives, the small ones to work, we will have to link them up to people who are ready to lift. Other than that, we cannot be allowed to cultivate. So that's what I would say with regards to the market. We are not going to be burdening our states or ourselves with who is going to buy or who we are going to look for a buyer for you. No. It is something that is tightly controlled. So because it is controlled very strictly, you cannot just ask people to go and cultivate, finish cultivation before they start to go who is going to buy. No. And I can assure you that there are a lot of companies across the globe who are willing to partner people who produce the right, hemp for export or import. And people are willing to come and process. So if you are interested, take advantage and know that you won't get the license to cultivate if you don't have an off-taker to take it, because it's not just like any other product. So you are not going to be allowed to do that. So I don't know if the Dramate, the education you've given me on it, whether I've passed. If I've left any gap, you have to fill it there. So I want to thank all of you for coming. And you also have a question?
My name is Manuel Saki. I write for the New Republic GH. I want to find out from you, Honorable Minister, how much funds are we looking to generate from this particular medicinal cannabis rollout?
Well, let me say that this is an industry that we believe, if well developed and well tapped, should start giving us billions. But believe me, our emphasis is more on the security and public safety of our Ghanaians than the money. That's why our focus is about producing and doing it right. Once we do it right, then any other thing that comes is a blessing that will be coming to us. But we believe that if well managed and properly done, looking at the kind of environment that we have, the climate that we have, the water bodies that we have, the arable land that we have, maybe in the next few years, we may be run away from gold and then running towards medicinal cannabis. Then, but we believe that it's going to generate billions of dollars to the state. But like I said, our emphasis is more about doing it right than just focusing on how much money we can get out of it. Yes.
Hello, my name is Ellen. I'm from User TV. I have two questions actually. The first one is there are 11. One. Okay, I'll try and match. The first one is there are 11 licenses, like you mentioned. Why are there so many licenses? And wouldn't it make the entire process cumbersome for those who want to cultivate medicinal cannabis?
Yeah, so my name is Opong. I'm representing Ghana Free Zones Authority. I just want to find out what are the charges to cultivate. If you want to cultivate as a company, what are the charges? My name is Shadrach, Metro TV. A quick one. You mentioned off-takers.
for those in the very remotest of areas, are there avenues where no of our pump between me say we a possible optical between alcohol so that they can have all those things before they come looking for the license? And I beg you, usually when it comes to such matters, should I say the identical for me? If you can get 2 lines in the tree, so that we know, say, yes, we know, you legalize here. Else, we will start having people say, so kind of for crime and take
Yes, my name is Theophilus. My question is, there were 11 licenses that were mentioned from the list that was stated, and I wanted to ask, how much does each of the licenses cost?
The lady asked, I mean, the fees and charges are there. That clearly, so it's not something that is administrative that we can just say. But what I know is that for small scale, the application fee for even a small scale, that's about an acre or 2. The small scale application fee is about $1,000 city equivalent. So, but it's in the fees and charges. So what I will encourage everybody who is interested is quickly grab the fees and charges, and the fees are there. But believe me, it is not for, with a greater respect, the faint-hearted, because the investment there is huge, and the fees. I mean, now that's just the application fee, about for small scale, about $1,000 city equivalent. So that's today maybe around 11,000. Then all the other things, when you go through, and it's not refundable. When you go through all the process, and now they now certify that, oh, you met all the conditions, they now issue you the fee for the particular services that you are looking for. So I was asking that all this 11 fee, what you call certificate, is not going to make the process more cumbersome. I think in the wisdom of Parliament, in passing the law, they are mindful that every step needs to be watched closely. Because if you joke and you just say, oh, just come, we've had instances of a lot of things. I mean, my former colleagues and seniors are here. Private security company, one license, the person used to do everything. It's recently that when I came, I started trying to say that, look, can we barricade some of it to show that if you want for mangard, should be different. If you want to use for bullion business, different. And that initially it was just one. So I think Parliament has taken a lot of lessons from some of the regulations that they've done before. So with this one, every step of it require, and you can go for more than one license. You can be somebody who wants to cultivate and transport, or even export, or import seeds, or even do research. But each of it, you have to go through the vigorous process of certification. So I will make sure that whatever you are doing is under watch. So it is just to create public safety. That's why I think Parliament did it so. So it is not administrative, it is in the law. And I think that if we comply, that will be useful. Someone was asking about our village folks and about this off-taker thing. That's what we are saying, that the NACOC, the commission has been tasked that, look, let's not leave our folks out. Can we get them into cooperative? So when you are into a cooperative, then maybe a 25-member cooperative. Me, I'm a poor one who I just have my 2 acres or 1 acre. I want to be able to do it. One, they will help you with the seed. They will help you by guiding you, making sure that you produce the 0.03, not more than 0.03% of THC, all that. And then the cooperative will help you get somebody to come and buy. So it's not that you, with a greater respect, a small village person who doesn't even know Accra, who have to now to be struggling to get somebody to buy. The cooperative will help you do that. So that's why we are bringing these angles to enable our poor farmers to take advantage. So the menu I can and yabaha yabe kotosa yabe go fi na say dey o buy and dey no mo kan ana asenso dey obi kana say wo so gwa ko cheche mu a aya na wo so dey wo nchine ne wo moku akoka wo we na aya dey ne basa dey kai enye wi ana ye ba jetu say ne dey Ghana obetimi bosam kawa say o fa say tampe ne dey kaka wo dey bi dey kai nyame aya dum enimdefo ayiri omo ho etimi ayiyi mu ama ne ye wo ahaban ne bi wo ho a eduru a wo mu no eja fom e wo fom kes e wo fom pa ɛno no yɛtumi die nduro yɛtumi die no bebree ɛna ɛno na aban ahwɛ sɛ saa no a aman bi atumi ayɛ a ɛnɛ wɔn atumi atu mpɔn ɛde ho mfa so no yɛso yɛntu ho saa no ɛne nkyerɛ sɛ bonsam tawa no a yɛn nuanom ɛyɛ a wɔn tɔn wɔn ɛhye ɛnɛ deɛ yɛde ato sɛ obiara atumi hye daabi ɛnyɛ no na yɛka eti wokɔ tɔ wi na ɛkyew a mmara no de wobɛdi sɛdeɛ na ɛde wodi nnura saa na ɛnɛ ɛne ɛkyena ɛne wobɛdi but wei a yɛka nyinaa ne sɛ nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ hɔ a adeɛ a wɔpɛ sɛ woyɛ biara no wokɔbisa narcotics control commission a wɔbɛtumi aboa wo na wɔn akyerɛkyerɛ wo mu ebiara ne sɛ wopɛ sɛ woso wodua bi a yɛfrɛ no cultivation no ɛho nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ hɔ dabi wopɛ sɛ wososo agya wɔn dua wie a wotumi fa wo kaa ɛtwe ɛkɔ mmea beebi a yɛdi ho dwuma ɛho nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ hɔ adeɛ a ɛfa adwumadie a yɛka nyinaa ɛho nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ hɔ edi wokɔ narcotics control commission office biara na wɔn bɛto wɔn bo na wɔn akyerɛkyerɛ wɔn ana yɛka sɛ ɛnam sɛ license no minister of interior ɛma no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a sɛ woba abɛsa line wɔ minister of interior office sɛ wode wo krataa aba ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛwɔ abɛɛfo krataa so a yɛfrɛ no portal a wɔn bɛkyerɛ ama obiara hu portals no wo apply a wobɛkɔ hɔ no wo click a ɛbɛkyerɛ wei a wɔpɛ sɛ woyɛ sɛbi a wɔpɛ sɛ wodua no ɛho nhyehyɛeɛ ni nti wobɛma obiara kenkan akyerɛ wo yɛsɛ wobɛdua a ɛna ɛde sɛ sei ɛna sei ɛna sei wote aseɛ wie a na wakɔtɔ voucher no ɛwɔ national investment bank ana national investment bank anaasɛ wokɔ portal no so a wobɛtumi de wo card atua wokɔtua wie a na wafa wo form no a ɛwɔ wɔ no na wafele wofili wie a sɛ de narcotics control commission sɛ wɔn ba bɛto wɔn bo because ɛba mi hɔ a ɛno asɛ mepia ma wɔn na wɔn ato wɔn bo na wɔn afa mmara no na wɔn ahwɛ nhyehyɛ no wɔadi so pɛpɛpɛpɛpɛpɛ wɔn ebibi awie a wɔsɛ o sɛ deɛ asemesi yɛhwɛ ne krataa no asase a wɔka sɛ wɔbɛdɔ so no yɛakɔhwɛ mmara a ɛwɔ sɛ ɛdɛm biara no wɔadi ho dwuma obi a ɔbɛtɔ efiri ne hɔ wɔadi ho dwuma kama eti ɛnam saa no minister sɛ deɛ obetumi ama certificate na asesa certificate no ama na wakɔhyɛ adwumadeɛ wohyɛ adwumadeɛ no nso a ɛno ano sɛ wahyɛ adwumadeɛ nso ID card a ɛwɔ sɛ ɛma wo ne wɔ dwumayɛfoɔ nyinaa no wɔn na wɔn bɛyɛ ana narcotics control commission adwumayɛfoɔ no wɔn ba wɔ a ɛnyɛ by force sɛ wɔn bɔ wɔ kan yɛ sɛ ɛtena 10 o'clock ɛbɛba tem bi a wɔn bɛbie wɔ so sɛ masa bie wo greenhouse na ɛwɔ so wɔ bie deɛ na ɛwɔ ha ɛwɔ so wɔ bie inspections a wɔsɛ they come unannounced ɛnyɛ by force sɛ wɔsɛ wɔn ma time a wɔn bɛba eti saa ahyehyɛ nyinaa yi ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ wɔn ti ase a bibi wɔ hɔ a ɛkyerɛ wɔn adwene a wɔkɔ narcotics control commission wɔn office a wɔn bɛto wɔn bo na wɔn akyerɛkyerɛ wɔn bɛti wɔn akasa koraa no wɔn asate.